Hey y'all, it's Zoe and welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to make a video of every book that I read in January and the rating that I gave them on Goodreads. So if you watched my New Year's resolutions video, I wanted to try and read more this year, and so I decided to make a video at the end of each month just detailing out all of the books that I had read for that month. Also, my cat is playing with a little jingly ball if you hear the noise. So let's get into the video. So I do want to start this video by saying that talking about the first book that I read in January. So I actually started this on New Year's Eve, but then it went into New Year's, which was A Wrinkle in Time, the graphic novel. This was actually a reread. I'd read it like a super duper long time ago. I watched the movie like after I read the book, and I was reminded how bad the movie was and how much I didn't like the movie. I didn't like it when it came out, but I wanted to watch it again because I had read the graphic novel. I gave that one 3 stars. I am interested in reading like the non-graphic novel version again, just to see like how different it is from the graphic novel version. So the first book that I finished in January was Crazy Rich Asians. So I actually started this book like the January of the year before, but like I said, I've been really bad at reading for fun, so it actually took me a lot longer to finish the book than expected, but I gave it 4 stars. I did think that the movie was better. I think that there were a lot of changes that the movie made that the book didn't have. They were exploring a lot of the relationships a lot more in the book. They also had a lot of scenes that were not really in the movie version. And also a spoiler if you haven't seen either, but the mom and the like girlfriend fiance, they have this really powerful mahjong scene in the book in the movie, and I just think it's really powerful. There's really big messages from that scene, and especially if you know how to play mahjong and like you know the tiles, like the specific tiles, like there's a really big message through that scene. They did not have that scene in the book, and at the end of the book, like the son and the mom just had a really bad relationship, and so I do kind of wish that had changed, because in the movie they have a pretty good relationship, and so I was kind of upset that their relationship they didn't really get better in the book like it did in the movie. The next book that I read was The Stand-In. So this is a fictional book, and I bought it like a really long time ago, but it was just sitting by my bed, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna read this book, and so I read it, and I gave it 5 stars because I really liked it. I felt like I could really relate to the character in the story. She is a mixed race Chinese American, I think she's Chinese Canadian, and so there were a lot of scenes in the book that talked about like not knowing the language, not knowing her history. Like her mom had Alzheimer's, and so she doesn't really remember much about her time in China, and so just like I felt like I could really relate in that sense of like not having that connection to the heritage. And the reason why it's called The Stand-In is because she actually takes the place of this like Chinese movie star, and so she has to like learn the language because this movie star like only speaks Chinese, and so I just feel like I could really relate to it, and I just thought it was a really good book. I would read it again. So, and then the last book that I like completely read was The House of My Mother, which is a nonfiction book. It is by Shari, Franke, and I used to watch like her family's YouTube channel, and then like I think like August of 2024 her mom was arrested for child abuse and like things like that, and so this is like kind of her memoir, her biography about just their start on YouTube and all the stuff that went on behind the camera, and then like her journey with like CPS and the police and things like that. And then I did start another book in January, but I finished it in February, so that book is going to have to wait until next month. So those were all the books that I have read in January so far. In terms of my reading challenge for 2025, I wanted to read 25 books, and I have read 6, so I feel like 6 books in the first month is actually pretty good, because I'm 1/4 of the way there, so I'm already 25% done, and I'm only 1 month into the year. So I'm excited to see like where the rest of the year takes me and how many books I can read in February. I did finish one yesterday, so I'm planning to like start another one. Oh wait, I did start another one, so that's already 2 books for February. So that is it for today's video. If you have any book suggestions for me, I've been trying to like look online for suggestions on like what people are reading. I kind of like a mixture of fiction and nonfiction. I can usually get into fiction a little bit better than I can get into nonfiction. I love graphic novels because they're quick and easy reads for me, but I'm open to like non-graphic novels as well. I will list out all the books that I read in the description box in case you're interested in reading them as well. That is it for today's video, so thanks for watching, and I will see you at the end of next month when I talk to you about all the books that are in February. But until then, I will see you in next week's video. Bye!